Okay, so seriously, it's kind of hard to keep my attention. I probably will not watch the movie. But I got to thinking, I like to follow up with you guys because, not just so much necessarily for my sake, but for you guys because I know that many of you may be going through a lot of the same things that I am. So I kind of like to share um, in order that whatever's going on with me in some way, I hope that I can help you. And with that said, I'd mentioned to you guys before how, like with the depression, the anxiety, the headaches, I was going through a lot of headaches. Well, let me tell you how much the people around me were impacting that. They had a large part to play in all that. Because now that they're all gone, well, I say all gone, they're not all gone. The ex is working almost directly across the street from me, and this is the ex I was with since I was 17 years old. We haven't been together in a very long time, but there's like very seldom he hasn't been a part of my life or the thorn on my side, like daily. Okay, that I've had to put up with this man, and he's a narcissist. And then he's got my children manipulated and right under his finger or around his pinky where he wants them. And I still must put up with this man on a daily basis. However, he is no longer in my home. He's asked me to rent a room, which I'm on Section 8. That is not allowed. And I've already drawn bounds there. I told him I don't even want him to stay here for one night because he will take that and run with it, and then he would never leave. I know how he does. So I won't even, condone that. The most I've told him is if it got too cold, that I would allow him and his dogs to stay for one evening. That was it. And that's where I draw the line. So y'all would be real damn proud of me. I know I'm proud of myself. Um, my children, I did have my middle one was living with me, with her child, which once her and the boyfriend split, she's no longer here. She does come to visit with her new boyfriend, and that taxes my nerves enough when she comes in with her whole trail of pets. It's not that I don't love animals, but it's way, way too much, and my stress level goes completely through the roof. All I can and will say is that now that I don't have to factor them in on an everyday occasion, I may be just as lonely, just as depressed, but I have found a certain inner peace in all this and being by myself. I almost welcome it because even when my daughter comes to visit, we argue so much. Even though I love her, I would love nothing more than to visit with her. Half of our arguments are based on her father because she won't hold him accountable for his own actions and responsibility. And she's trying to take care of him. Is that right at this point, I wouldn't have it any other way. I've got my youngest one's dad is locked up. They're all looking for a place to come to. He's living in La La Land. Thinks we're going to relive this and get back to what we used to be, and that, oh, he loves me all of a sudden. They're both telling me what they think I want to hear to get back in my good graces because they need somewhere to go right now. And I deserve a pat on the back because I'm not stupid and I'm not going to allow it. The only one I am concerned with is my middle child because she may actually need somewhere to come back to, and she is my responsibility. The exes, they're going to have to take care of themselves. It's their turn to take care of themselves. I have done that enough for not only myself, but for them as well, that they need to be men and man up, period. But my headaches have all but basically diminished. I seldomly get my headaches anymore. I don't stress as much as I used to. Don't get me wrong, my dogs have been little pester bugs since everybody went away. My dogs have been butts. And they're royal stinkers. But I love them. No matter how much they stress me out. But really, the headaches have all but diminished, so has the anxiety for the most part. I mean, my depression is still there, especially now that I'm very much alone by myself. But I just learned to, for the most part, find my happy center and learn to be at peace with myself and try to occupy and distract my mind. And that everybody left such a mess behind for me. Now that everybody didn't hang out here all the time, and that they're not around all the time, except for when the daughter and boyfriend come to visit, is that for the most part,